Uh, hey guys, where are we? So welcome to the craziest markets in town. Um, Look, what were we expecting from gold? I mean, who's in right now? Just let me know if you can hear the sound okay. Hi guys, just let me know if you can hear okay. Hey Prem, hey Anna. Okay, so I'm literally just about to hit a sell button on the 30. In fact, it literally just triggered instantly. Sorry, let me share screens quickly. I'm literally 1 second. Let me just manage this quickly. And I just need to put buy limit to, okay, there we go. Bring my stop down, bear with me. Okay, so what I'm doing here, guys, is I'm selling gold on the, as it's broken this level coming into COMEX. I'm just going to share the screen. Let me, oh, I'm on here with you 1 second. So it just all happened a little bit quick. So it is, let me just bring that up. So there we go. Let's go to break even now. So I'm going to put in another 2 contracts buy limit. So bring that up a little bit to here. So listen, this market condition, I'm just trading prop accounts right now. This market condition, in my opinion, is so wild that you want to be trading you want to be trading OPM right now, other people's money. So prop accounts is the way to go at this minute because it's just what have we got there? 500 bucks. Take that off. Sod it. Okay, there we go. I'm just coming out now while we get started. Okay, so what I'm going to look for is a more traditional setup, and I'll wait for everyone to jump on board. Um, so let's go back to TradingView. Okay, so just looking at TradingView right now, let's go from a daily time frame right back down to the lower time frames. So let's get everything off the charts. Now, I was just speaking to someone literally 5 minutes ago, and they were just sort of saying, is right now a good time to be buying gold for longer term hold? And being totally transparent, I was like, I have no idea, guys. I have literally no idea. I mean, just these moves, the chart doesn't do it justice. If you just look at where gold was on Thursday morning to where it was on Monday afternoon, that's a 21.3% drop in 2.5 trading days. Now, these moves have never ever been seen before. So how to trade them and how to manage trades through them, that's anyone's guess. So this is why I say right now, as you just saw then, I'm just on a different funded account right now. This is not the time, in my opinion, if you're going to trade gold, don't do it with your own capital right now. You want to be doing it where potentially you could win big using prop accounts, but just remember a lot of these prop accounts don't always pay out. Okay, so you just need to be super, super careful on that. No doubt there'll be some stipulation or T's and C's where they'll go, oh, yeah, market volatility is this, and we're not going to pay you out because of X, Y, Z. So just bear in mind that that has the potential to happen as well. So as we've seen, the market's come down. We were what, like $400 down at one point in the early hours. So 4 hour chart, as you can see, look at the candle formations as it come down. Not one has been an uprange candle until, well, it's live, right? Hold on, let me just check. Yeah, so our first uprange candle was this 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. candle. So that means every candle since Thursday at 3 a.m. has either been an outside, where it's produced a lower low, an inside candle, it's failed to break the previous candle's high or previous candle's low, or it's been a down range, meaning the market's pretty goddamn bearish, and we haven't really seen anything to convince us otherwise, even though we've had a rally of what, $200 this morning. Um, Hourly, if this candle closes bearish and below the previous candle's low, then we've created ourselves a nice resistance to potentially work with and maybe trade back down towards the lows. We drop to the 30. Now, again, we're going to have to wait for this 30-minute candle to close, but what we're seeing is we've had a significant sell reaction come in at this price. Now, we haven't got resistance formed here yet, and the reason I say that is because this candle is still live. Let's drop down to the 15. Okay, minor support here. This candle is below it, but we've got what, 10 minutes left. And then our next support level is here. Now, my support levels are drawn really, really simply, okay? They're drawn based on bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, or bearish candle followed by a bullish candle. That's it. No rocket science. So there's no gray area. It's either support or it's resistance, or the market's still continuing in its impulsive move or its corrective move. So where we look at this right now, if we do close below this support area, if we look at the candles here, the formation, we've got nice big bodied candles. We've got no wicks to work with. So if we do close below, then we've got trading opportunity back to the downside. If we close back in this range, I'm going to leave it alone. If we close above this resistance level, then again, we've got opportunity to trade it back up to 48.46, which, I mean, look at it, it's a $52 move. It looks very, very small, but that is the markets these days. You know, we've got loads of room to move between. It also means that I have to change my risk parameters. So what do I mean by change my risk parameters? Is there any point in trading with a 20 pip target right now, guys? What do you think? 20, 25 pip target. Yeah, exactly. There's absolutely 0 point on gold. 0 point. So, I mean, literally, just to give you an insight, I've been trading at zero point 0.5 lots, micro lots. So 5 micro lots, which effectively on your CFD accounts will be zero point 0.5, half a lot. And we're hitting 50, 100 pips in no time. And that's so my point is you have to accommodate the market conditions to how you're going to place your lot size in, how you're going to take profits, everything. So your lot sizing is going to have to be smaller. Your take profits are going to have to be bigger. Now, the downside to that is our edge that we had from a tried and tested system, we're now having to amend. So because we're having to amend it for these current conditions, we don't know what that's going to do to the success rate. We also don't know what it's going to do to the P&L. So only thing we can do is be very vigilant in sticking to a process. So right now, the only time I do momentum entries on gold is 130. Well, between 1 and 130. Drop down to zero point 0.1 on gold for most of my accounts. Nice one, Vic. Got to make these decisions. Gold 1 hour buy stop would be an outside candle or better to wait 15 minutes. Well, look, if the outside, let's have a look. Let's make our decision. You could do a flip on the hourly, Anna. I would look at the flip. That makes sense. So for those of you that don't know, let's just see if I can get that on. I would do the flip. What's the high? 80. 18.8. There we go. All right, 18. So go 20. Sell limit 2. Uh, 23. So let's go to 30. 2. Okay. And then you don't need to do anything yet. Now, as you've noticed, I've not yet put a stop in. The reason being is I don't know how to do it on this. So what I do is it's new prop firm. As soon as it triggers, I'll just drag my stop down. And I'll look to do that underneath these two 15-minute candles here. I'm not going to use this one here because it looks like we've got a big liquidity grab. I'm just going to push that up to this wick here. There we go. So if we get a flip, then I would expect us to push on, and I'm just going to wait for the order filled. There we go. Okay, that's TP one hit, right, break even. So it doesn't get much quicker than that, guys. Oops. So, okay, I'm out. So I'm being super aggressive. So, uh, yeah, you could literally just go in with the same again, same entry price. So, yeah, same entry price. Stop back down. Let's push that one up because that's 2 lots. Not 2 lots, 0.2. Where do I do this? There. Sell limit 2. So we've literally, if you came in, it was like a 2-second trade. The flip, but we took the entry, or I took the entry, same price again, moved my stops exactly where it was on the first trade. We're looking for that 1 hour flip to push in, take out the highs, and extended target all the way here. That doesn't, that's not right. We need to put in 1 unit there. So if you look, we've got 2 units sell limit here, 2 units sell limit here, and 1 unit here. 50 pips, Vic. 50 pips. Now, because I can't close half, what am I going to do? 51.5. Yeah, just leave that stop here. If it takes me out, it takes me out. I'm effectively trading with today's profits. So far, we've accumulated $2,366 today. I would look to trade the highs of this again if we break the highs. Cool, that's what I moved first one to. Yeah, so first one I'm doing 50, second one I've moved to basically just below the high of the wick, whatever it is. And then as soon as the first one hits TP, I'm just hitting stops to break even. I'm just gonna have a look, see what's going on with the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I will update the stats for today in a second. So we'll see if this trade gets ticked out. If it does, then it's 1 win for the live stream, 1 loss for the live stream. So yeah, stop loss is underneath these 15-minute candles here. The entry was based on a 1 hour flip. Now, the first trade hit target very quickly, and I was being super aggressive. As soon as it hit target, well, just before I moved stop loss to break even, and then it came back to the entry price. I was like, do you know what? I like this. I'm just going to take it again because we're on the day. We're still currently net about $1,900 up, including the loss that's running at the minute. Okay, so not going to do anything with this yet. If it comes down, doesn't stop us out, and then continues to push up, I'll move my stop underneath the low of this candle. Yeah, okay, so let's move our stop underneath here, protect our capital. The Yeah, I'm just watching NASDAQ on the other chart over here. Um, and we're about to get stopped out. There we go. There we go. So we're just shy of 1% for the day. So, oh, now this is the thing that I need to cancel all orders. Cancel orders. There we go. Done. Okay, next trade. Let me update the stats for this. Total trades, we've got 85 wins and 18 losses. So two quick fire trades in here since we've been in. That's our first loss of 2026 on the live stream. So there we go, that's in. Okay, now look, let's just sit tight on this wild beast for now. We're going to see if we can break through these highs. I'm not going to do anything now until we get a close above. We can probably drop down to, let's have a look. I think in this instance we can maybe look at the 5. Yeah, we've got nice clear candle space all the way up to, what happened there? I clicked the wrong button. So what was that? Uh, no, so performance stats. You can see. I mean, started this today. So we've got a $1,200, 82% win rate. But like I was saying, um, the the market's mad. So I wouldn't encourage to be actively trading or with your own capital right now. It's wait, use other people's money for this until we see a bit of normality. And the good thing about futures as well, there's zero spread. Yeah, you have to pay commissions or fees, but the spreads right now in the gold market are absolutely nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this one. Sells, we can wait for a close below here. So we're waiting for a breakout long. So a simple thing. Here we go, guys. This is what we're gonna wait for. So either candle to close above, and then a wick down, then we buy the highs, or we wait for candle to close above, candle close below, a wick up, then we sell the lows. And if this was the low, we've got, I mean, look at that. It doesn't look like a 180 pip range, but it is. So effectively, that's what we're waiting for, guys. Close above or close it below the range. Until we get one of those, we're not doing anything now. There's nothing on NASDAQ for me at the minute. Nothing on NASDAQ. Okay, let's have a look at the NASDAQ. I'll go through it. Okay, NASDAQ. Start with the daily chart. Oh, let's get rid of. So tell me what you see when you look at the NASDAQ. All right, daily resistance is here. We've got basically a big old range formed. Price has effectively come down into the bottom of the range, tested it, and we found some kind of buying momentum. Okay, so so I'm just changing this chart over here to gold so I can just watch it in case we get a break above or below the levels that we're interested in. 5-minute candle closes in 1 minute. So looking at this, because we've come down into the bottom of the range, potentially now we could be looking for buyers to rotate, come back and start to push us back up in towards the top of the range. So let's drop down to 4 hour. Okay, 4 hours broken the high and effectively looks like we could potentially run up into 25,806 area. Drop down to the hourly. Resistance was formed here. We've now broken above this. Earlier on in the day, I was looking for sells. Once price had formed resistance, we'd had price create a top wick. And then I was looking for sells underneath the low of this bearish candle. Right, hold on. Gold, micro. Have we broken the low? Okay. So, two trades we can watch for here, guys. What are they? Tell me the trades we can watch for using our rules. Okay, what? Brick Anna de Bolos, Vic, absolutely spot on. Lightning, good afternoon. Yes, that is exactly what we could look for. So if we get a close below and a wick up, we could look for a sell. If we get a close above the level and a wick down, we could look to buy above the high. So this is just the waiting game. We've got to wait for the setup, see what happens, and then we uh, we take advantage of whatever the market presents us with. But yeah, these trading conditions right now, guys, very, very, very tricky. Good morning, Mark and gang. Please accept my well wishes for today's trading session. I pray everyone has an awesome trading session. Thank you, Lightning. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, we've had two quick fire trades, early doors, um, one win, one loss. But we're waiting to see how the market unravels. Okay, so if this candle closes like this, guys, we will have a setup. Uh, it's just gold futures, micro gold futures. So it's just the same. It's the same pricing, Stephen. Just I don't feel like using personal capital through these funky periods. And also, while we've got crazy madness in the markets, the spreads are going to be a lot more, a lot wider through these periods. So trying to keep the trying to keep everything I can in as the best control as possible. Yeah, no problem. I mean, listen, these markets are wild, so we're just going to be very, very cautious. So 1 minute for this candle to close, and then we can look at If it closes like this, then we're going to look for sells. If it closes bullish above the level, we're going to look for buys. 7 seconds. Okay, so okay, wick up. What's that? 53. So okay. Okay, so typical breakout, close below, bow and arrow, wick up. We're going to sell the lows, and then I'm just looking for 30, somewhere in this region. All right, as soon as we see order filled, that means we've triggered our sell stop. Limit buy is where we're closing 40%, then another 40%, and then we'll see what it does. As soon as we trigger, I'll just move my stop above here. So this is the bow and arrow now. The bow's being pulled back. We're looking for the arrow to project forwards. So have we rallied enough to entice enough sellers to break the low of the previous candle? If we do, then fantastic, we're in the trade. If it doesn't and we close back above the range, then we're looking at a mini false break on a 5-minute chart. So if we close back above, all we're going to do is hit cancel orders, and then we'll look for buys. Okay, so we're letting the market tell us based on price action. Yeah, I'm leaving my order in the whole time. I'm not going to close it unless we get a close above the blue line. If we close above the blue line, I want to cancel all orders. So sitting tight. Now over here, you see where it says no active positions. If we do trigger where it's got 1, 3, 5, 10, 15. If we trigger and it goes order filled, you'll see a BE pop up here, and that's what I use for a break-even function. So once it comes down into some profit, you'll see me hit the BE button. So is there any new people in today? Have we got any new people following today? And if so, whereabouts are you coming from? UK, Europe, America, Africa, whereabouts? Okay, order filled. Okay, let's just put this. price do we get? 50. 53. So it needs to be 48. Okay, trade management rules, guys. What we're going to do? If we break the lows, all right, let's get ready. Sorry, and I can't read your message just yet. I just seen it pop up. Damn. Did I just? Right. Now, because of where our stop is here, and if we break the low, instead of moving it down to above the high, I'm just going to hit break even, guys, because it's very close to our TP. So as soon as it, guys, so jittery. This is nuts. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be trading normal capital on this. Okay, break even now, guys. So let's just bring that to this wick. Okay, there we go. Nice T1, T2. What did we get? 130 pips. It's just madness. All right, just I'm gonna bring that slightly in front, just to because if the market is gonna run away, we want to make sure that even if it does, even though we've got a stop in here protecting, in theory, some profits because of how jittery and jumpy the market is. Even though I'm saying that we've moved stops here for $33 lock-in on that, it's probably going to ping all the way back and it'll either be break even or it'll be very close or we might even lose a dollar or two. But yeah, we just, I don't know, we just banked another about $300-400 there. So wild, guys, absolutely wild. We'll update the stats afterwards, and Anna, I'll come to your question in a minute. Oscar from Kenya, I know I've seen your name before, Oscar. You're not new here. Uh, oh, thanks, Anna. I'll have a look at that. It wasn't a question, it was some information. All right, let's see. All right, I'm just bringing this down. There's no method to this. I'm literally just looking at the pips and trying to keep like a 50 pip range from the lows to where we currently sit. And there we go. We're out. Okay, so that's it. Nice little additional trade there. Um, let's just change our results. So we're 86 wins and 9 for the year. Guys, let me know if you got any profits there. 30 minute, yeah, 30 minute looks nice as well. But we're done on this one. So what I'd be looking for now, guys, is uh, will price come back to this support area here, or will we form new support before that? So what we're going to account for is this market has now been producing lower highs, lower lows, and then it's had a pretty much its biggest rally since Thursday morning. So now we're going to see if this little support area is going to hold. If it does, then this in theory on the lower time frame could be the change in trend. Could be a higher low, higher high. Now, will we hold or are we going to break below it? This is where time tells. Mr. Argent, good afternoon. How are you, sir? So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna have a look at the NASDAQ in a second. But good man, that's what I like to hear, Andy. That's what I like to hear. Uh, yeah, we're gonna leave this one alone now. Leave it alone. Hourly chart would look like the you got to wait for this to close. You got 24 minutes. If this hourly candle closes like this, guys, then what would you suggest the chart is implying? What would you say it's implying if the hourly candle closes like this? Are we going to head back up, or is the probability we're likely to move a bit lower? What do you think? What do you think would be a high probability trade if this hourly candle closes like this? Further shorts, yeah, potentially it could be a fantastic BPC setup. So if we think about BPCs, let me just text. I'll bring it across for you. So I need to save all this BPC short control, control copy text. So look, if we're going to look for shorts, there's our rules. This is what we'll be looking for. Now, forget the 20 pips because that was pre-market madness. But this is effectively what we're going to look for. Now, NASDAQ, 30-minute. Simple. Easy, easy, easy chart to read this one. No trade range. That's our no trade range. And there we go. We've got some nice points to look at either way. So we've got 103 to the upside, 169 to the downside. So 103 point. Let's put. we're gonna look. So we're gonna look for buys above 25,510. Top right. Bold. Okay. Let's do this one. 25,405. Let's put it on the bottom and the right. Okay, so we're kind of clear what we're looking for here. Breakout to the upside, breakout to the downside, no trade range in the middle. All right, let's go back and have a look at gold. Okay, so gold is coming into an interesting price. Okay. Why is this price interesting? I'm just gonna move this way. So there we go. Support level, yes. So support level is going to give us an indication that we could be looking for two particular trades. All right, what would the trades be? Possible change in structure. Okay. So what could we look for if we have a change in structure? All right. Patience, guys. Patience, patience, patience. We'll stay until. All right. Excuse me, guys. I'm going to be a bit naughty. I'm going to have some chocolate. I've not been feeling great this last 4 or 5 days, so we're going to be back on it. Right. Let's put an alert on. Okay. It won't let me put the alert in. Let me try. Okay. Buys on NASDAQ could be on the cards. Buys on NASDAQ. Got 15 minutes. Let me just have a look. Let's look at the 15-minute and let's have a reshuffle actually, guys. We're going to do this for the 50. We're going to change our no buy zone. 25, 5, 2, 8. There we go. We don't want to get caught in that little trap there. We still have 94. Let's call it 93. All right, back to gold. See if we're rejecting that level. Okay. Okay, so gold, we have to wait. So look, if we're looking at gold, there's a couple of things we can look for here. One is the hourly BPC short. Okay, hourly BPC short just means breakout, pullback, continuation. So the breakouts happened. We're having the pullback. Continuation would be confirmation that we've had an hourly candle close, nice big bearish candle body, and then what we're looking for is the next hourly candle to just push up, just give us a top wick. So initially it'll start looking like a bullish candle. If it looks like a bullish candle, we then just place a sell stop underneath the low of the current, this candle it would be. So if you've got any questions, guys, ha, I'm trying it, mate. I'm trying top step. Yeah, I during these conditions, I just want. I'm fed up with the spreads going crazy. So just seeing if it's any smoother. Because it's a futures market. The candles will be the same. Oh dear, Jez has a question. Go on, buddy, fire away. Pillock. So always know when this buffoon's going to come up with a question. And if it's football related, you know Man United have done well because he supports Man United. So he's been quiet all year until the last few weeks. Chelsea Spurs going down at half time yesterday. I would have said very probable. Is that Dan Shilson in the house? Hello, hello, hello. So we're just waiting for 11 minutes. I'm not surprised, Dan. It is crazy. That's why I'm on this account. I'll probably stay on this for a few weeks. Um, but we'll see. Is this going to be the new norm for gold? I mean, already we've been extending our targets based on the movement, but this last week's been absolutely bonkers. So, answer to your question, Jez, could Spurs go down? I think if they don't bring any people in very, very quickly, there's a quite a well, I don't know if we'll get caught up by who's on 20 points. Is it Forest? Not Forest. But put it this way, we're right in there. We've got a horrible few games. But they definitely need to sign some people because they only added 11 outfield players. 9 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I'm not making any comments about this coming week. Not making any comments. Okay, so guys, is that right? Oh, it just doesn't look right. Oh dear. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, if you're new here, you've not heard me speak of a flip entry before. So every entry technique I use is bar one would be what we call we're looking when we're selling, we're looking for a top wick, or if we're buying, we're looking for a bottom wick. It's of the analogy, if you want to fire a bow and arrow, you have to pull the bow backwards to let go of it to project the arrow forwards. You want to fire elastic band forwards, you have to pull it back to let it go. So in this instance, if we close big bearish candle like this on the hourly, if the next candle starts to push up, then we'll look for sell stops traditionally underneath the low. But if we've got a wick that is significant like this, and we have, I don't mean just a $1 or $2 pullback on the next open of the next candle. If we see it start to move up and it's a decent retracement, then I'll place a sell stop underneath the low of the live candle. Only if it's gone up first. But Naz is trying. So we've got two things that are going to happen here. There's going to be two orders based off the 15-minute chart. Whichever way it goes, we've got an order. If the next candle goes up first, we've got a sell stop underneath the low, right? If it comes down, we've got a BPC trade. So if the next candle comes down, we've got a 15-minute BPC trade. 30-minute, 1 hour. If the next candle pushes up, we can sell underneath the low. Yeah. Or maybe the NASDAQ. Do we want to go for a safer option? Hmm. 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. Okay, here we go. NASDAQ or gold? What are we going to trade? Okay, I'm going to trade NASDAQ. I'm going to come away from gold. I'm going to trade NASDAQ. If we close above, I'm going to trade NASDAQ. Let me 4 minutes. 15-minute gold. 30-minute gold. Hmm. 5% up already, Vic, today. Then stop looking at your charts, dear boy. You've had a fabulous morning. I know Anna's about 4.5% up as well this morning, so it's going to go without us. Two and a half minutes. 2.5 minutes, and we can look for longs on NASDAQ. How many of you be looking to trade NASDAQ long? One minute, 40 seconds. One minute, 20 seconds, guys. Forty-five seconds. Okay, so two things I actually like. NASDAQ buys above here if we get a wick down. Gold buys if we get a wick down. To be fair, a 5 minutes already setting it up. Okay, so look, I'm gonna place this. Uh, okay, here we go. Buy stop. Right, 41, so 61. We're gonna do buy limit, no, sell limit 2, and what was it? 61, so 82. Okay, and gold would have triggered now, I think. Let's have a look. Would gold have triggered? Yeah, it would have done, but let's see if it can close above. If it can, maybe we can look at that after the NASDAQ. Okay, so as soon as we trigger, what I'll do is I'll bring my stop right underneath the low of this, in theory, breakout candle here. Okay, so there we go. Breakout candle. Right, we move 5, 10 points. I'm going to bring stop up underneath the low of the trigger candle. So yeah, this is now triggered. You can see small loss, yeah, still small loss, $17, $30, whatever it is. Now just remember, because of how volatile the markets are, we don't need to trade our normal lot size in just to make the returns. I've been trading at like a tenth of the normal lot sizing on here today. One of the reasons is because I'm getting used to the platform, and two is because the market volatility. So I don't want to be trading at normal lot sizes. It's probably a half of what I would normally trade at. It'd be fine, but once I'm used to it, then we can do half. What was the entry price? 41. So I'm just going to put a line in at 50. So as soon as we get here, I'm just going to bring stops up underneath the low of this candle. See what's going on with gold. Not a lot. Okay, so this would be the flip entry now on gold. Created a nice top wick. We should fill. No, stay away from it. Right, let's bring our. Is it touching that blue line? No, not yet. Close. No, bringing it right up underneath. Because what I'm going to do is if it stops out, I'll replace the same order above the highs. Just looking at gold, I think that hourly flip is going to. Which hourly flip on gold? I'm not going to have two trades running at the same time, so if I miss it, I miss it. So if the hourly candle breaks the low on gold, then I think we'll run down towards 46.74. See what happens. We're 24 minutes before NYSE open. Are we gonna get a pop higher in the markets? I mean, look, if we're gonna follow suit like the DAX, then I would expect to see the markets surge higher here on the open. What does that mean for gold? Who knows? Who knows? Technically speaking, there's a few setups that could all play out on gold. I'll look at those after this trade either hits TPs or we get stopped out. So we're basically at our entry price right now, give or take $2. The jitters are creeping into the stock market here. Okay, now there's something happening here. I'll explain it in a moment. So I've put my TP in just underneath the highs of this cluster of candles, okay? And this is the extended TPs, okay? It's not, I've got a partial TP here and a partial TP here. Um, but that might be wishful thinking because we might not even get there. Yeah. 22 minutes until the open. Yeah, you can see it's a very small risk, this one on the account. We've got $217 risk. We brought our stop right up underneath the low of the 30-minute candle. So very small risk. $21. It's slow burn, this one. And there we go. Let's update the stats. 2 and 19. But I'm just looking at that gold 1 hour flip. see how big that candle is. Oh, it's madness. Absolute madness. $30. It's not even been open 10 minutes. Oops, that wrong chart. Damn it, I can't see. There we go. Oh, I need to cancel orders. Okay, guys, I reckon that's it. Me done for the day. The only thing I am really considering is this one here. Sell stop, hourly, flip entry. What's the low? 23. 22. So we're going to do 'Cause okay, so that's all my orders are in now. If this doesn't trigger in the next 17 minutes, I'm going to cancel the order. And why has it suddenly gone like this and sustaining the volume? Dan, I have no idea, mate. I wish I knew. There's Ray Dalio's claiming all sorts of weird and wonderful things that's happening out there, in terms of currency and the banks and the government's trying to get rid of currency. Um, who knows? I mean, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you, but the volatility is really, really tricky. Let's see if we get the flip. What's this? Breaking SpaceX in. One second, what was it? SpaceX in advanced talks to merge with XAI. The move comes ahead of SpaceX's IPO later this year, which is targeting a historic 1.5 trillion valuation, tying Elon Musk's AI ambitions directly to the space giant before it goes public. Gold, yeah, gold is crazy. Gold is crazy. All right, we're getting closer to the flip. $13 guys. 13 minutes. See if we can get anything to go on here. Hmm, yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Nasdaq, you're gonna have to wait for the open now. It's just a bit flat. But I would expect it to push higher just based on what's happened with the other indexes. But that's it. The setup didn't materialize, so now you have to, if you're going to go off technicals and off the systems, then you have to wait for the systems to play out. So that means we're in the, yeah, I mean, yes, you'd be back in profit now. You could, in theory, retake the same entry right now as it's broken the high, stop back underneath the low. So you could take the same entry. I would, if you're going to do anything like this, watch the 5 minute because it showed rejection. This one's closed above. So it's a breakout set up on the 5 minute. You could place your orders above the highs. That would be a valid order using the breakout system. Oh, here we go. And order filled. There's TP1. All right, break even. That was a very quick 50 pips. Okay, we're at break even. So there we go. I'm just being super aggressive there, guys, and I did actually bring my stop loss in front of my entry price just because the way it's moving, let's say you give yourself 10 pips in front of your entry price, you're probably going to get executed at your entry price just because of the slippage. Now, let's get rid of that order. Okay, that's me done for today. That's me done. Yeah, I'm done for the day, mate. We got a few nice little trickles out of it. But yeah, done. We'll come back tomorrow. Members, I'll see you at 9 o'clock. No, at 9 o'clock. At what do you call it? At 6:30 tomorrow morning. 6:30 tomorrow morning, members. Um, yeah, so tomorrow we've got 6:30 tomorrow morning, and we've got what else we got tomorrow? We've got 1 o'clock tomorrow for members. Have I changed the view? It's a bit. Have you just jumped on, Ian? Yeah, it's just a different platform. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll catch you tomorrow. If you're new, thanks for joining, and everyone else, see you tomorrow morning. Take care, guys. Bye bye.